Hello everyone, welcome back to another Unturned video that I'm doing about me talking about random crap because I know you all love my sexy, unsexy voice. As always, apologizing for audio and video quality because I'm just a lazy person, and also the fact that I have no money, so yeah, I can't buy a better computer or better audio equipment. And as for the time delay, I know that while most of the people don't actually look forward to my videos at all because my videos are shit. Some people might have wanted one or two. Hopefully, one or two people did. And yeah, been working on a server, my server, for the last couple of weeks. So I just haven't had no time to do anything about videos. If you do want to check it out, there's an IP in the description as well as a link to my Discord. It's a full city RP server. Now, recently I've been trying to do a little kind of series, and it was about 4.0 and how, in my eyes, it could be made better than 3.0. And one of the things with running a server, which I've done for over a year and a half now, is that 4.0, it worries me. It does, and I think it worries all server owners because, servers are 90% of what players play on. No, I'm sorry, Nelson, but no one fucking plays on single player. It's just a fact, right? No one wants to play single player. And for servers to succeed, they need to have their mods and their plugins. And for Unturned to succeed, at least in my mind, they need the servers. Unturned needs good quality servers for players to keep coming back. Because, if a new player gets on, jumps on a random server, gets killed, server has no systems, no anything, because Unturned doesn't allow it, or Unturned doesn't have it, then it's just a bad experience, and it just, ends that player's experience with Unturned as a whole. But back to it, 4.0, which obviously a big thing that I'm very excited for, I'm also very fearful for, because when 4.0 comes out, it's on a different engine, it's on Unreal instead of on Unity, and there's going to be no Rocket, no plugins, and no mods, and this is a really big thing. Obviously, over time, at least a month, I think, until we start getting some decent plugins, and then a couple months later until we get some decent new mods. But just the fact is, servers are going to be absolutely terrible for the first couple months of 4.0. I think that's just it's just a fact. I don't really see that as an opinion, because I have no idea how that could change. But they're just going to be terrible, and I think that will have a major effect on 4.0's release. I think it will grow to be a much better game than 3.0. I don't think there's any doubt in that. No one has any doubt in that. But for the first 1 or 2 months at least, I think Unturned 4.0 will be worse than 3.0, simply because the lack of servers and the lack of anything just allowing people to do, right? And so I just wanted to make a really quick video. That was my really long intro on the problem. But I just wanted to make a quick video about how I think that can be combated and how Unturned 4.0 can be made better in terms of the interaction between server owners and the interaction between Nelson and server owners. So first up, I just want to begin. Now, I went around and I asked on Reddit, and I was just asking about, can people start developing for Unturned now? I'm not a developer. I was told that is a dumb question, so now I know. Don't tell me that was a dumb question. Of course you can't. But if there was a way, if Nelson could allow it, or I don't know, maybe it's just impossible until Nelson has truly finished 4.0, I would love to see plugin developers and mod makers be able to actually start working on that. We need a new Rocket mod for 4.0, that's a fact. I know Sven's not going to make one, and without a Rocket mod, most servers are going to die. You have to have some sort of, whether it not be called Rocket mod, but you have to have that real base plugin that has all that. I'm sure it will come in time, but it's about someone stepping up and actually taking that responsibility. And I really hope someone does, because Rocket mod is an integral part of Unturned. It is on almost every single server in the game. And without it, it's going to be hard. But if we can get Nelson allowing people, or making it so that people could start development on those things, I think it would actually give Unturned a much better launch, a much more fulfilling launch, because players will actually be able to get on, and they'll be able to go on servers, have a good time, and not have to, go play vanilla single player, which, no matter how Nelson makes it, it's going to be terrible, because vanilla single player sucks on every single game at whatever quality. That's just my opinion, I guess, though. But it's just kind of, it's a thing that needs to happen in my eyes. Maybe I'm just being dumb. Maybe, I've got no idea whatsoever. But for me, if it doesn't happen, it's going to be incredibly hard to run any sort of server on 4.0, and I definitely want to. I think it's going to be an amazing thing in the next couple months after 4.0's release. It's going to be awesome servers, all this new stuff to go through, but it's going to be hard. And that's kind of the end of it from that little section I wanted to do. And the last thing I wanted to get to in this very short video is about a network, or rather a system between which we can communicate with Nelson and for large server owners. Now, I'm not a large server owner. I wish I was. You're welcome to help me to that goal. But in my eyes, these large server owners, they're owning businesses at this point. They're earning $2,000 a month, and they need to provide a quality experience for the majority of Unturned's player base. And I think having a connection with Nelson would make that better. Now, they may do. I honestly have no idea. I don't have anyone to ask about it. The only one I do know, I don't believe they do have any sort of connection with Nelson. But I think they, out of all players, they deserve to have a direct connection, except for obviously mods on the Unturned official Discord, with Nelson, and being able to, learn about it, how Unturned's going to be made, and how they can make better servers, better quality servers, and keep the game going. This is a really quick video. If you don't like it, I can kind of understand. This is pretty much all my opinion. There's a couple things that I at least consider facts, as I think they're almost going to happen 100%. But I can sort of understand. I might get some backlash on this, and if so, I'll definitely address that. But either way, please consider liking, please consider watching my other videos, forming your own opinion, and upon that opinion, subscribing if you will. Also, please consider looking at my server. I promise you it's not as laggy as it looks in my video. It's just my computer. In real life and how I actually see it on my screen, it's a lot less laggy than that. But as always, thanks for listening.